installation media to get hold of it. So
and you can go ahead and kick it off. We do actually require a connection to the internet from the Wizard machine.
yes.
But the client or server on which you're running the Wizard doesn't have to be the same as the server on which you're installing the actual components. You can, for example, using the Active Directory Federation Services remote capabilities, you can deploy to remote target servers for your FS and for your web app proxy.
Cool. But it needs to be installed on the sync server. Though.
Yeah, and if we should have noted on the welcome page, we do tell you need to be running on the sync server.
Yeah. It's super clear. In fact, the first time that I went to run the Wizard, I was actually starting off running this, as you would do in production, not on my domain controller. So I immediately then just switched over to running on the sync server. It took me 2 seconds to realise that. I'm going to pop in the credentials here for our Azure AD tenant.
And these are your Azure Active Directory tenant administrator credentials. So this is a user in the cloud that has the global administrator role. And we need that in order to set up things like DirSync and federation settings, should you choose the SSO option.
Can't type in my password correctly again.
It's because they have to be so complex.
admin@contoso.onmicrosoft.com.
Looks right to me.
Okay, I'll type in the correct password finally. So this is kind of cool. Express settings. If you're a simple setup, this is
the quickest way to do your connection. I think Alex Simons, our director, and wrote in the Active Directory team blog that you can set up your connection in 4 clicks.
Yeah.
And this path is what he meant by that. You can go ahead and set up for a single forest. So this is not everybody, but customers who have a simplest configuration and needs can go ahead and set up DirSync with password sync. It literally is 4 clicks, and you are set up. We even kick off sync for you at the end of the Wizard.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. So all of your users are actually going to be sent up to the cloud automatically, but we're going to go the complex way. We're going to do customize.
Yeah, custom is what you choose if you just want more options and choices.
And this is, again, kind of cool. Already, you can kind of see, I'm going to select single forest, it's the only option, but I can kind of see a little bit of the roadmap there. Multiple AD forests is planned.
Exactly, and we mentioned it in our beta announcement as well, that the way Microsoft is going is AAD sync for future sync, whether you're single or multiple forests. And so as we move into the GA, the general release of the Wizard, we'll be integrating with the AAD sync team. Again, it's a common experience across multiple tools from Microsoft. So that
there's a roadmap here. There's a good plan. So I'm going to click next again. Then we get another set of options with some useful information. So password sync. Talked about it a couple
and
times.
this is where we had a lot of feedback in our private previews that we did with IT pros, that what are the implications of this choice between password sync and single sign-on? It wasn't clear enough. So we provided some initial help in the bubble that just says, hey, if you want the simplest option, you can sync your Active Directory password hashes to the cloud. If you want to use a federation token-based sign-on with ADFS, you use single sign-on. But if you actually select single sign-on as the option, you'll see that it pulls in a few more requirements that you're going to need in terms of a couple of Active Directory, or a couple of servers for your federation servers and your web application proxies.
Yeah, and it's I guess it's important to point out as well that you're going to need an SSL cert. This is building you out for production, so you're going to need a publicly trusted SSL cert, not just something which has been self-signed.
Yes, and we'll see that in a future page. The Wizard will select accept a PFX file for a locally installed cert.
Cool. Okay, so then it's going to want my creds for my on-premises account, so // I'm going to want to have password hashing turned on at the same time as deploying ADFS. It knows that I've deployed ADFS, so why tick that by default?
Exactly. This is a good point and kind of a new thing, which is that you can actually set up password hash sync in addition to federation. For example, if you want to only deploy a single federation server for now and not set up the entire load balance cluster yet, you can still have somewhat of a highly available solution by being able to fall back to cloud sign-on. So if your federation goes down, you can switch your Azure domain to manage, and users can still sign on, as opposed to having a solution where if you lose one federation server, you're out of luck.
Yeah, and it could just be that you may be, you actually might have deployed multiple federation servers in one location.